Hey, so today I'm going to talk you through my January TBR and everything that's on there. I'm going to be upfront straight away. I can't read loads of books. I do not have time to read loads of books. So if you're looking for a channel I'm reading 25 books in January. That's not going to be me. I'm probably going to do about 2 or 3 a month. But I wanted to start this series just so I could hold myself more accountable and tell me about the things I'm reading. It's more likely to encourage me to do it. So book number 1, I wanted to do it first because it's going to be really hard for me to say, but The Witcher's Sword of Destiny by, I'm going to go with Andrzej Paskowski. Him. When I was like, I really want to read this book, but I'm like, how am I going to say this name? Andrzej Paskowski. Yeah. Sword of Destiny is the second book in the Witcher series. So I've read Last Wish about a year ago, and then I watched the Netflix show, season 2 of The Witcher, really enjoyed it. So I was like, I really want to know more about the world and about what's going on in this story. And I always feel like books are better, so I want to see what's going on. And some people say that it's like diverting from the past of the book, so I kind of want to know what the books are talking about. I really enjoyed Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. That's like my favourite game ever, so this series has like a special place in my heart and I love it. Also, I've started this, so I'm like 52 pages in, but I'm still on the first story because these consist of like the first 2 books are little short stories, and then the next book becomes, I believe, Blood of Elves. Maybe. Becomes like the proper story, not just little short stories anymore. Yeah, so I'm about 52 pages in. I'm enjoying it so far. That's the first one. The second book I've already started as well is A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. Now, I haven't audiobooked in a while, but again, I'm trying to get back into reading because I was in a proper reading slump. This book so far, I think I'm like chapter 5 of the book. I'm audiobooking it on Audible. It's so good. Like, I'm so invested, I'm so in, I'm so excited. Just like they have these like tense moments together. That was my wrist, I'm sorry. They have these like really tense moments together and like looking at each other and making eye contact. I'm like, oh, it's spice, and I love it. And the setting of like Oxford is so good. The writing is just fun. I'm having a really good time so far. I don't know if I'll enjoy it by the end, but the whole setup vibe feel of this book is super duper me, and I love it so far. So from what I can gather of A Discovery of Witches, it's about this woman. What the hell is her name? I forget her name. Anywho, the woman right there. It abandoned me. I forgot to look it up. She's at Oxford. She's a witch that doesn't want to use her powers. She comes from a very strong lineage of witches and they're very powerful. And this dude, again, forget his name, put it there, is a vampire, and there's something going on about this manuscript that everybody's looking for. That's about as much as I know. I kind of don't like reading the backs of books too much because I feel like it gives too much away. But I'm excited and I'm enjoying it. And the last book on my TBR, it's going to be a short video, apologies, is Shari LaPena, An Unwanted Guest. I have read 2 books by her. I have a physical copy. The Stranger in the House was the first one I read by her. Really enjoyed this. I audiobooked The Couple Next Door. Didn't enjoy it as much, and everyone said that The Couple Next was better than this one. I don't know. I don't know if it was because I didn't really enjoy the voice of the audiobook that I didn't like it as much, or if it was just I didn't enjoy the book as much. But I really loved this book. Kind of enjoyed The Couple Next Door. And so I'm going to physically read this one, and that'll make my mind up about if it's her or if it's me. And I really like the way she writes books because they're kind of really small chapters and it's very punchy, this. So if you're wanting to like get back into reading again like I am, I find her stuff quite good for that. It's sort of simple but really interesting. And when I say simple, I do not mean that as an insult. I mean it in the way of like the writing isn't overly fluffy. It's good writing, like don't get me wrong, but the writing, you know, sometimes you can pick up a book and you're reading it and it's so flowery, you're like, what's going on? But with her stuff, I find it's very, I keep going back to the word simple, and I don't know if that's the right word, but they're very easy reads and they're very entertaining, and there's always a good mystery with a satisfying ending I've found so far. I really do think with The Couple Next Door, it was because I audiobooked it and I really didn't like the person that was telling me the story, but the steps of the story I enjoyed, and there was a couple of moments where I was like, jaw hit the floor. I was like, damn. Also, I think this is the book, but this book, A Stranger in the House, is, where is it? I think it's the right one if I'm... This book's ending, for anyone that's read it, no spoilers please, because I don't want people to read it. Oh, it slaps. Oh, it's so good. It was just like, I had to like just think about it for about a week. I was like, oh my god. I remember going to work and just like, everyone's like, you okay? I'm like, yeah. Just, yeah. So it was this whole thing for like a good day. I could not get it out of my brain. So I really enjoyed Stranger in the House. So I am excited for an unwanted guest. I feel like it's going to be interesting. It's got a snowy kind of theme, and because it's January and it might snow, I think that's going to be fun. I just wanted like dark stuff to read. That's why I chose The Witcher, Discovery of Witches, and this. I don't think I'll finish this by the end of the month because I'm only about 50 pages into The Witcher, but I'm hoping to start it. When I tell you I'm not a fast reader, I'm not a fast reader. So hopefully I'll be able to start this by the end of the month and finish it next month, but I'm gonna aim for trying to get most of the way through it this month. It just depends with work and life and video editing and writing myself what happens. I'm not very good at time management. I'm trying to get better. So these are the books that I will be reading this month, and obviously Discovery of Witches there. Very excited. I'll let you know how I get on. I'm going to do a video at the end of the month sort of wrapping everything up, my thoughts, my opinions, my review. Yeah, that's all I've sort of got to say, and thank you for watching. If you like this type of video, let me know what your TBR is going to be, and again, thank you very much for watching. Bye!